What's going on YouTube? Today we're here to look at the Galaxy Watch 4. This is the classic version, the 46mm version. Let's get into it. So we have the Galaxy 4 watch today. I want to do a quick unboxing and kind of tell you all about it and do a little setup. Kind of show you what it's all about, see if this watch might be for you. One thing I like is the Samsung box it comes in. I ordered mine right from Samsung, and as you can see, it's definitely got the Samsung advertising right on it as soon as you open it up. That's the first thing I noticed. And then this is your standard Galaxy Watch box here. It's a good box. I'm pretty sure that most people's watches won't be damaged. And that's the 46mm little badging there. This watch here, I've been really excited about. This is going to have the option to get the apps and different watch faces and everything off the Google Play Store. Now, I've been excited about that, but I've also been pretty apprehensive about it due to the fact that I've not had good experiences with the watch, the Wear OS, and the Google Play Store. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. But we'll have to get in here and take a look and see what they have in store for us. I know some of the apps are going to be really nice. Now, I really do like this watch band. I like the coloring on it. It is real rubbery and hypoallergenic, I believe they say it is. So you can wear this and you're not going to worry about breaking out and all that good stuff. Now, I do like the feel of it. It is, it does look pretty thin, but I'm betting it's pretty strong. Let's see what's in the rest of this box here. We're gonna have the normal paperwork. I know they have to put this in here, but really it's just a piece of garbage. So get in there and see if we can't get this hockey puck charger out. Now, all these Samsung watches, they come with the same little hockey puck charger. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I also have other chargers I use for it. But for my purposes, just have one laying around. You can just walk by, throw your watch on it. It's magnetic, so it kind of snaps to your watch, and you can't really mess it up. You just put it towards it, and it clicks and snaps in place, and that is that. It'll just start charging right away. I've never had one fail, and I have several of them laying around. So it is what it is. It comes with a little charger, so it definitely works well. You just plug it in this any wall charger, and off you go. Now I'm gonna set this back on here and set that back in there, and then we're gonna take a look at this watch. Right off the bat, I can tell how beautiful it is. I got the silver edition here. I really do like the way this band feels. Okay, we have the 20mm straps on here, so that's telling me right off the bat that I won't be able to use my other straps on my phone or my other Galaxy watches, which is disappointing. I got several different ones, but I'm not sure if Samsung did that on purpose just to generate more sales for watch bands. I would suspect that's probably the case, but it is what it is, so we'll have to get some more bands. I got the military green one coming, and I'll end up getting me a leather one. Probably I like the leather ones the best. Now let me get this thing turned on. I think it's just the top button, but so I can tell you right now that already you can tell this has a higher DPI. This DPI is 450 by 450, and it does have the always on display. This is the 1.4 AMOLED display, so that is really nice, and you can kind of look at the words there and tell it's very sharp. It is secured by Samsung's Knox operating system, so that is good. It also uses the Gorilla Glass DX, which is also, pretty much the standard. It does have the dual-core 1.18 processor in there, the Exynos. This does have 1.5 gigs of RAM, which is a pretty hefty amount for a watch. And then we also do have We also do have 16 gigabyte of storage. This has the built-in GPS, of course, and it's got the dual band Wi-Fi. It's got the AC, NFC, and Bluetooth 5.0. So, you know, all that's good to know. This also has the Wear OS, powered by Samsung, and then it also has the Google Play Store features on there, so the Google OS. So those working in tandem. I'm kind of curious to see how that actually works out. We have your health monitoring functions on here. We have the heart rate, pedometer, and O2 sensor, and then the sleep monitoring and fall detection on there also. And then we also have blood pressure and ECG. So, you know, you put all those together, and that's a lot of health features, and that's pretty good. With this watch, is same as the Galaxy 3 and some of the others, you can do Bluetooth calling. And in my other review, I really do enjoy doing that. Now I'm going to do a full review on this. I'm actually going to take some calls on the watch, and we're going to try it out and actually see how well it works. And this does come with the wireless charger. Now this is IP68, so it is water resistant, and it has been mil standard to military drops. You know, I talked about that several times. It's where they drop it over 20 times from, I believe it's over 4.5 feet, you know, and just, I could tell you right now from the way this watch feels that it's going to do pretty good. Now I'm kind of just skipping through some of this setup process. I know once you set up one of these watches, you don't want to really mess around and watch it again. You have to swipe it up and down and left and right and do all these kind of crazy things. I really wish Samsung would just give you a skip feature just so you can skip through it, because it is really annoying. You know, if you ever have to reset your watch and, you know, you buy another watch, you got to go through the same old thing again, you know. If you don't need to do it, you don't need to do it. But it is what it is. So now this is just one of the final steps. What I did is I loaded some of my settings from the Galaxy Watch 3 in here. While we're I'm just going to go ahead and get my knife out and give it a nice little safe spot in the box right there. There we go. So as we wait on this here also, now this has it's 45.5 millimeters thick. It's not quite 46, and it also weighs 52 grams. The watch does, so that's pretty interesting to know. Now this watch also has that rotating bezel on there. Now the Active Watch uses a touch sensitive type of interface, which, you know, it is kind of nice whenever you rotate it. It kind of gives you a little tiny vibration. You know, I've had the Active Watches, and, you know, I really personally don't care for it. I really love the rotating bezel, the physical bezel on here. Now here's the watch face it starts with, and already I don't like this watch face. I mean, it looks nice, but I can tell that this is just, and it says initial on there, but it is kind of washed out. You know, it's kind of got a lighter color background, and I'm not really too happy about that at all. So we'll have to get in here and take a look at some of these different watch faces right quick. Now I can tell they have supplied us with a good amount of watch faces on here, and most of the watch faces, when you click them, you can customize them, which is pretty nice. Here's the little health dashboard, which is pretty nice. You got some nice features there. You know, this watch, I like this watch face here. You know, it's got a nice clean background, nice and dark. You know, it is very sharp looking. I like that second hand, it's easy to see. You know, here's your regular large digital interface on there, which is pretty nice also. You know, you can go and hit customize on here, and, you know, they have these different categories. You can kind of go in and set up the different options on where you might want something. You can see on the phone where it's kind of changing it back and forth. So, you know, that is a pretty nice little feature to go in and just, you know, pick whatever you want, where you want it. You know, I'm gonna I like the stepping thing there, but I am gonna set it on the heart rate. I do like to kind of watch my heart rate a little bit, so we'll put it on there and see what it looks like. You know, it's got a little heart there to let you know that's your heart rate. You know, that's nice. I like that. Now, with all these different watch faces on here, you know, you do have a very good choice of different faces to look at and mess around with. Now, one thing I can tell you right off the bat from taking a look at the Google Play Store watch faces, there's not a lot. I know some people, some of the reviews, they were like, oh, it's great, you can this and that. I'm not happy at all, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I think Samsung should have done a better job about getting more watch faces out. How they could have done that was release the information to the developers. You know, if they would have had the exact specs and everything sooner, there would have been a lot more apps out for it. But the actual portion of the Google Play Store that's going to be interesting will be all these different apps. You know, you got your iHeartRadio, you got your different counters, you got your Spotify, you got your Google Gboard, which that'll be nice to type with. You got all your different apps that are kind of blending together right now. So that's why I was looking forward to, because the Galaxy Store, they have tens of thousands of watch apps or watch faces, but they don't have a whole lot of good quality apps on there. So I wish they could just blend the two, dump all the watch faces on the Galaxy Store onto the Google Play Store, and I think we'd have a good setup. So here's just some of the features. You know, you can go through. You know, I'm going to switch mine to vibrate. I don't like being disturbed. I just rather have a little vibration notification, you know, when something goes off. But, you know, it does have all your basic functions as the previous Galaxy watches, so it is kind of nice. I do like the touch screen to wake and turn the bezel to wake. I prefer to just to flip the bezel to wake it up, but I am going to change that there though. And, you know, I'm going to go in a more in-depth review of each of these, but for right now, you know, I just kind of want to show you what it's like to get the watch set up. We'll take a look at a few things here. Walking, your body composition, your sleep. And we have the weather, we have the calendar, ECG, we have your heart rate, we have your stress monitor, then we can add more onto there. Now, this part of the watch right here, I really don't care for this either. It's just like a blob of the different apps. You can go in and reorder it, and here's the calculator. One thing I noticed right off the bat, when I rotate it around, it won't take me to the second page. That's disappointing. I really hope they kind of fix some of these little things right here. This is kind of the refinement I was talking about. You know, they could have done a better job, you know, but I think it is what it is. I wouldn't have expected so many little quirky things about it right off the bat, but you know, maybe just me being picky. I just noticing these things, so I'm going to tell you guys. Now here's the little Google Play Store. It's going to have to connect and install and get set up real quick. We'll let that run in the background. And now some of these other watch faces are still pretty interesting. You have ones for information. You have your simple designs. For some reason, I do tend to like this little health one. I think it's the coloration on there, the little notification bars on there. I do kind of like that. I'm going to have to get used to these flat buttons instead of the other ones in the Galaxy 3 that protrude out a little bit more. You know, here's another one of the basic watch faces. So, you know, this is what you get when you just first install it, which is a good amount, I think. You know, there's some fun things. Here's a little animal, and he's just bouncing around. It says animals, so I kind of thought maybe there was a bunch of different animals, but I don't see any in the initial thing here, so it should have said animal. But let's see what the store has for us. bunch of notifications over there. Now this is just your basic Google Play Store app for the Wear OS system. So like I said, I'm not really sure how this is going to work out. When I click on most of these, it says not optimized for your device. So we'll have to see if the Galaxy watch faces take over in this market over here like it has on the Tizen store, or the Galaxy store. So I really hope they can blend these two together. You got your Spotify and you got your different little apps. So that was the Messenger beta app, and it said it wasn't optimized for the phone. So we'll just have to kind of give it a little bit of time and not rush to such judgment on this. Yeah, you can definitely tell beyond the initial watch face there. You know, I do like how much cleaner it is. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I do have it on pretty bright. And this watch does seem a little bit brighter. Let's get this other watch face on here. The watch does feel like they've made some significant improvements to the operating system. It does seem a little snappier. Definitely looks better, feels better. The button placement on it's a lot better too. Let's get down in here. Let's take a look at some of these Google Play watch faces. Now, a lot of reviewers were talking about, you know, how they thought it was really good. I'll be honest with you, I'm not impressed at all. When I go in and do a category, right there, we got 10 watch faces. Are you kidding me? You know, when I first launched into the Galaxy store, I mean, there we go. There's 12. So, I mean, when I first launched into the Galaxy store, when I got my first Galaxy watch, I mean, there's literally thousands. I mean, I just literally sat there for hours and I knew, like, right off the bat, I got like 10 of them. You can figure out your style and stuff. So I'm not happy with the Play Store situation right now, and I hope it gets better. I mean, if not, it's going to be a big negative for me. Even so much so where I'll probably not even use this watch. I'll probably go back to a Casio watch. That's how much I'm not liking it right now, but we'll give it some time and we'll see what happens. Now, I do like some of these watch faces on here. I wouldn't use them day to day, but you know, that's what it is. I just want to be honest with y'all about the Galaxy situation in the Play Store. But that's been my review, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. And you know, I'll do an in-depth review real soon on this product here. So please like and subscribe. Thank you.